During A-levels, there's so many people who are some of the most talented people I knew really struggled with some of the courses because there was such a heavy theory element. Doing a diploma seems really good then because you can really focus down on your practical skills.
We're both learning the same things, we do the same assessment dances, we do the same shows.
There's now an element of the course in second year
to teach you how to be a swing, which is great because second year summer show was amazing. They were like, you should say see you Slater.
Were you a pioneer, do you think? Tamzin, welcome to the studio. How are you doing?
I'm awesome. How are you doing?
I'm brilliant. So this is my uni room. We're here with Tamzin. We're here with cameraman number 3, Oliver, and we're recording a lovely episode with Tamzin today.
Yeah, we've got the cool lights, we've got the microphones, we've got us.
And we've got us. So this episode is going to be about Tamzin's experience at Pud College, being a graduate, which is pretty exciting. Diploma student on the diploma. So you're only 1 year older than me, but you started there when you were 16.
Yes, I did.
Which is the big difference. We're going to be talking about mixing with degree students, being that young and full-time training, a diploma versus degree section, advice for people looking at diplomas, and then just all other things about yourself. So welcome to the episode. My name's Josh. This is Tamzin Slater. This is the Movement Theories podcast. We hope you enjoy.
We're back!
Yeah, we are. So, Tamzin, I would like to know a little bit more about you. So, you're 19 years old, is what I know. You went to Bird College. You are a diploma graduate.
Yes,
but tell me a little bit about yourself, maybe from before Bird, going into Bird. A little brief summary of kind of your experience before your audition, and then a little bit about your time before we kind of get into details about the course and stuff.
Okay. So my audition was online because of coronavirus, COVID, which was not great, but also it was still so much fun though. It was really good. But the only thing was, it's so crazy because I never saw Bird before my first day.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy, but it was so awesome when I first got there, so it was so cool.
Yeah.
And what did I do before Bird? Well, I did my GCSEs a year early, actually. And then I did that when I was 15. And then I went to a foundation college sort of thing, which got me ready for auditions. Yeah, and then I auditioned for Bird, and I got in.
Which is amazing. I find it really interesting because I haven't properly spoken to people who were starting uni during COVID and having to audition online. Because
it was so crazy.
I didn't do an open day. However, I did get to see Bird at my audition, so that was a big difference. Although I didn't get to see much of it. I saw a couple of the classrooms. There was like a mini tour. I didn't know Bird had a theatre until I joined. I thought that theatre was... I thought they went somewhere else. And then
they used to go somewhere else, but now they have their own theatre.
Yeah, but I wasn't aware of it. I got to Bird on my first day. They were like, oh, we're going to the theatre. And I fully didn't think it was on site. The site is also bigger than I realised.
Fun fact, the theatre is my first studio I ever went in, and because we were in boxes, we couldn't go around the college. We couldn't walk around Bird. We had to stay in one studio the whole day, and my one studio was the theatre.
But it's a nice big space, so it's probably quite lucky.
It didn't have any mirrors, so that was the only thing.
Or bars.
It didn't. No, it had the bars that you move and stuff. But it was so crazy because when we actually finally got to moving around second year, we had no idea where we were going.
Yeah, so you'd be second years, but acting like first years.
Yes.
Yeah, you'd be there with your little maps going, all right, which room am I in? Because I'm doing that at the moment. For those of you who are watching who don't know, I've just joined. So I'm a first year and Tamzin is a graduate. And I find it's just weird for me to think there's a 1 year age gap, and yet I've just started my course. You've graduated, you're going on to work at Chessington.
Yes, I am!
Which is very cool.
Chessington World of Adventures.
Yeah, we'll get on to that. But what's interesting about the whole age gap is you would have started at 16. Yeah. So being a 16-year-old surrounded by adults pretty much, because even us now we're classified as adults. You're quite young.
I was one of the youngest in my year.
Yeah. You'd have been very young.
I am one of the youngest in my year.
How does the relationship work between you and other students then when you were that age, with them being older, going out drinking, parties, etc., and then yourself being a kid still? That must be quite a big thing for you.
Well, yeah, my first going out was actually last year, because the other times I wasn't old enough to go and do that. But I don't think it was any different really. Most of the time I kept forgetting that they were all older than me.
So you kind of all kind of blend into...
Yeah, I didn't even think about it they're so much older than me. Because they weren't really, it was only 2 years difference.
Yeah, well, we've got diploma students in our group.
Scary though. I remember first coming to bed, I was actually kind of scared. #scared. Because it was I'd just come all by myself and I had no one, didn't know anyone, right? And then we couldn't really talk to each other either. We could, but we had to stay apart because we couldn't really talk to anyone. So I only knew these 10 people in my group because we were in groups of 10. And then so it wasn't until second year when I started to get to know everyone more. Yeah.
So second year kind of acted like your first year in that sense. You got to mix more of the degree students.
Yes. But then that being said, first year was great because then those people that were in my little group that I started with, they're literally oh my gosh, we started this journey together, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I was in the same group with them in second year. Some of the people in my group in first year.
Yeah.
I stayed with them in second year. So it was
so that
great.
original group, are you still in contact? Are you still are they some of your closer mates now?
Yeah.
From your first year group that you were trapped with?
Actually, my very best friend Tashi T, we literally, she was the first person I ever met. On our very first day, I walked up and we had to stand in our groups, and there she was, Tashi T.
And to this day, you're still...
And to this day...
A little shout out for you there, Tashi T. And you're Tammy T. Is that a thing that you made together?
Tashi T and Tammy T, and we have a handshake and everything.
Oh.
And yeah, we literally, we were both each other's first person. Yeah.
Something
on that first day.
Interesting that we'll get onto later in this episode is you create content, and you've done that every day being a bird.
Yes, it's so good to look back on that.
We'll talk more about this later on, so stick around to hear more about that. And make sure, if you're watching to this point, that you're subscribed so that you can get to see...
Subscribe, comment, and share.
Here we go. Look, she's done it before. She's a pro. I'm still so new to this. I've got so much to learn from you. So yeah, we really appreciate if you do that, because it's great, isn't it? When people do that, it's encouraging. And so we'll talk more about the content side of your life and how that affects kind of reputation and stuff like that.
Okay.
More later on. So make sure you watch. We are going to have a little bit more about the diploma versus degree. Your thoughts around that.
Right. Diploma versus degree. In my opinion, there's not really much difference.
What is the difference, first off?
Well,
and how?
There's no difference in the training side.
Good. It's good to get down.
At all. We're both learning the same things. We do the same assessment dances. We do the same shows. Everything is all the same. The only thing that's different, which is why I prefer diploma, is because we only have to do one essay. How many essays do you do?
We've got our IPS, we've got dance science, we've got history of performer, we've got music theory, but it's not an essay, it's just an exam we take.
Yeah. We do music theory as well.
And then we'll start another topic once we finish.
So that's already 5.
As well.
We do. Some of us are doing.
That's only first year. Then we do that's
only first year.
2 classes of different ones now.
Yes, I'm doing that. Yeah, I'm on that. Fair few.
Basically, degree is just so crazy, and obviously you have to do a dissertation as well, and that's just so crazy. As the point where you have your different version of the dissertation, you have your folder, but it's not like a dissertation. It's so good. It's more on the practical side as well. I find diploma presentations, which are so much fun.
Yeah.
Because I'm very much more of presenter, then write 1,000 words.
Yeah.
The
thing I found during A-levels is so many people who are some of the most talented people I knew really struggled with some of the courses because there was such a heavy theory element. Doing a diploma seems really good then, because you can really focus down on your practical skills. And actually, at the end of the day, if what you're wanting to be is a performer...
Yeah, you don't need the academic side. Like,
academic is a plus. Like, if you're wanting to kind of go more creative work or have that more in-depth knowledge.
Like, they still teach you how to do it. And, like, I learned, like, how to write an essay, which I guess is good.
Yeah.
I do not need a diploma to land a double pirouette. So, yeah. And that's what I would say. So I would say anyone that wants to do a diploma, if you're more like worried about academic, and you can go straight away, so you don't need your like qualifications to be able to do the diploma, because you don't need any like background to be able to do it, because you just need to be able to dance and have potential.
Be able to perform, tell a story, got to be a character.
Performance, when performance counts, okay? Hashtag proud.
She is a pro. You've done this
when
for a long time.
performance counts, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So in your audition, they're not going to ask you, are you good at writing essays? No. They're going to see if you got good potential and want to come to Bird College, because you should come, because it's amazing.
No, it's a really good school. It is very full on. In my first year, we've been doing like 10-hour days quite frequently.
I wish I had that.
You obviously were in lockdown, and so it was probably quite different for you.
Yeah.
Something I've heard is to be on a diploma, because a lot of the time they're younger, you just have to be quite good, because you're having to do the same training as people 2 years older than you. So I think it's also doing a diploma, there shouldn't be this idea that it's any less, because actually, because you're younger, well, in that sense it's more. Because you're a 17-year-old, whatever, even if you're 18, 19, 20, like you still can be, but especially at a young age, it's like having to do so much. And
well, even if you did go on to the diploma, like you could top up to the degree in the 3rd year.
So that's something I've only recently found out, and it's so interesting.
You can do that. I mean, I didn't do that, obviously.
No, only if you want
but,
to.
Like, so many people do that. Like, you can top up, or you could do a 4th year and top it up. Like, the only difference, I think the big difference with diploma or degree is maybe the funding, actually.
Mm-hmm. What would you say about that? What part of the funding?
Because
how does diploma
degree,
funding
you get
work?
A loan.
Yeah, right? We get our Mater's Loan student loan.
We don't get that.
So how did you fund your diploma then?
Well, you get this thing called a Dada scholarship.
There we go. What does that stand for?
Dance and Drama Award.
You can apply for scholarships, bursaries, things like that.
Yeah. Well, you have to audition, and then you either get the Dada Dance and Drama Award, and then you find out like it's like to do with like government and stuff thing, and you like don't have to pay it back,
which is good. Which is very good.
Yes.
Because we've got a lot to pay back, and 10 extra years now to pay our money back.
It's from 40 to 50 now.
Yeah. Oh, man, it's
But that's the only thing with the funding. If you're on diploma, you don't get a loan.
Yeah.
If you're 16.
So let's say 2nd year being your first year was like one of your most fun years.
2nd year was the best year ever.
Yeah. So what elements of that did you really enjoy? Now, I'm thinking maybe the swing training.
Bird barbecue,
always.
Swing project. And
performances, did you do?
Performances,
yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, projects.
Let's start at swing.
2nd year show. Second year summer show.
I think we'll start at swing.
There's so much
we'll go
stuff.
to the show.
Okay.
We'll go on to 3rd year. That'll be our little order.
Okay.
So, what is swing project, and what is being a swing?
So, a swing is a person who swings multiple tracks.
Swings or covers, you could say, could you?
Yeah, well, covers and swings and understudies, and they're all different.
There's so many. So I'm fairly new to musical theatre.
There's so many different ones.
And so I get so confused because it's like a swing covers people's tracks, but at the same time they're not covering, because a cover is something different. So in my mind, like, to be taught to be a swing, you have to know like 5, 6 different tracks of different ensemble parts to then cover their parts. But you're not being a cover, because being a cover is for
the
lead roles.
Yeah, so swing is generally the ensemble, and you could be covering up to like 8 tracks, which is actually crazy.
And usually you wouldn't get that training because it's you do your graduation, you get a job, and then it's like, oh, now I have to be a swing.
Yeah,
you're not used to that.
You don't audition for a swing; they just give you swing.
So in one of our talks, it said that fairly recently they'd added in. And I think it was because a student had gone on to be a swing and then like come back and like talked about it and how like as their first job it was wild. And so there's now a element of the course in second year
to teach you how to be a swing, which is great because now for my job at Chessington World of Adventures, I'm a swing and I'm swinging 3 tracks, guys, and it's super hard, like, but it's so fun. I love being a swing so much.
Good experience as well.
Yeah, it's so
really
good experience. And like swing project, when they teach you at swing project, like, you do like number, you like get your tracks, and then I think we did 4 tracks. And then you learn the routine, and then you space it, and then at the end of like your time doing swing project, which is like a term, you then get like names and you put them in a hat. And then you pull out your number, and then that's the track you go on for. And then you perform in front of like people in the year, and also like the teachers as well, which is really cool. And I got picked out to do my cover lead track as well,
which is very exciting.
It's crazy because you had to do a lead role and then 3 ensembles, and
I think it's good because you've gone straight to work at Chessington doing a swing
it's
part
given me
role.
so much practice, but also like it hasn't got any easier.
Yeah, but the more you do it, because you've done one project at Bird, you've now got your job doing it. I think the scariest thing for me would be graduating, then going and lucking out, getting straight into like a West End part and having to swing like 8 roles. And you've hardly had any experience doing it.
So it's so good that do this.
It's good that you're at Chessington now because you now have that experience, and then in the future, if you land, I mean, if you land some big West End thing, you've got this experience. Who knows?
Greatest Showman.
Yeah. So this is what I say of all the guests that I get on. Like these are the next West End performers.
That's gonna be me, guys.
Yeah, it could be Tammy T.
Hey.
Yeah. What shows have you done with Bird then?
I have done. So first year we had to do our workshops online. So I just did like a V1, which was still really fun.
Yeah.
And then same for MT workshop. And then in second year you have, but they're meant to be like in the stage, which is what you're gonna have.
Yeah, the theatre.
15 minutes in the theatre.
I think so.
But in my second year I then got the chance to go into the theatre, and we did, I think it's 25 minutes maybe, of the same sort of thing. You can choose dance, acting, and everyone does MT. And then in third year, you do create and musicals.
And what did you do?
I did dance create,
Yeah.
which was really good.
And which show?
And I did Sweet Charity.
There we go. So tell me about Sweet Charity. I haven't watched it, you know.
What?
I have so many that I haven't watched, but I need to add to my
list. It's actually so good.
Yeah.
Like, can I tell you about Virgin Musicals? Oh, it's so fun.
All right.
So, Virgin Musicals, how it works. So, when they finally get announced, it took our year so long. We didn't even find out till like December, I think.
Wow, that's okay. I know.
That's late. We were really delayed finding out our musicals because I think something like they didn't know what they were going to be until very last minute. So we found out, but it was so exciting when we found out because like it was like, oh, this is what they are, and then everyone was like, oh my gosh, which one am I going to be in? I don't know.
Yes, I'm sure there must be so much like drama involved
so
with like what am I in, who am I with?
You find out the shows, but you don't know which one you're in. You don't know like what anything about it. Okay, so you only get to audition when you're in the show. You don't audition for the shows. You get put in any show and then you audition.
So you don't choose which show you go in. You don't audition for a show. You get put into the show.
You get put into the show, and then you're like, yay, you're in the show. Like no one gets cut, but we find out who is ensemble, who is the roles, and everything. So you have your auditions.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
when you find out your cast. And it's so crazy. The day we found out our casts, it was just crazy.
Yeah, and
It
show
was,
week
like,
as well is
People screaming, people crying, people being happy.
yeah.
It was,
No, that's so good.
it was so crazy.
I mean,
it was so fun.
You do like a 1 week kind of show week, kind of a whole.
Yeah, we did show week.
Yeah.
When I found out I was in Sweet Charity, I was so excited, and I wasn't until April. So the musicals work there were from like January to May, and so you could be in January musical and then you're done basically, and you in classes after then, or like me, I was in classes until April and then went to do my musical, so I had
Nice.
to wait
Yeah.
and watch all the musicals before me, because there's 6 musicals usually.
Do you have any other favourite parts
Favorite-
of being a bird? So we've talked about swing,
oh yeah,
one of your favourites.
favourite parts. Well, definitely Virgin musical was Bet's favourite.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, we're on the course to perform and to do musicals, and
It was so much
do
fun.
that.
I loved just like being part of a musical. It was so fun, and I had like awesome directors and awesome cast and everything. It was so good.
and the diplomas do that with the degrees. Like there's no
Yeah.
separation.
There's no.
Yeah.
It's just you just get your casting.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was ensemble and / unicorn girl.
/ unicorn girl.
Yeah.
Fun. Yeah.
I had this massive unicorn
Why was that?
because we were in a fun fair, so I won it.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
it was cool.
That sounds very you.
Yes.
If anyone was going to be
And
unicorn
I had
girl,
a line.
it would be Tamzin Slater.
Yeah, I had a line. I
There you
said
go.
something.
You're winning. You're winning at life. The great thing is, like, the people who are watching these, and like the teachers and like the heads and stuff, like, you know, they're people who have their agencies. They're like all these really important people. You want to get in front of them. You know, actually, I just not to be being humble here, but Lewis, how do I say his surname? Lewis Diabro. He liked one of my reels the other day.
What?
I know.
Famous.
I was like, damn, I'm with life. His account liked my. It was like a tumble.
One
reel.
of the podcasts.
Not a podcast. No, it was a tumble.
Oh,
reel.
the tumbling.
The tumbling reel. He liked it.
You're so good at acro.
Thank you.
That's so awesome, though.
Yeah, no, I was like, it's so strange to me
So
for a head teacher to be like that, kind of like involved and active on like social media and
Yeah.
students are up to, especially in like
Did you tag him?
not him, no,
Oh.
no,
Wow.
I tagged Bird. I didn't tag him.
Wow.
I was not expecting it. I screenshotted it and sent it to so many people. I was like, oh my, look at me go.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's never before, and hopefully it continues to happen. But now he knows I can tumble, so yeah.
That's cool.
But you do acro as well yourself, don't you?
Yes, I do.
You're learning
And that's
to try
one
and
thing
do.
that they should definitely add to the Bird College
Here
training.
we go, yeah.
Is acro.
You've skipped ahead. I had a whole question about what
sorry.
can be improved.
Wait, what was my other favourite thing?
No, it's-
Reception.
Oh yeah, you do reception
Bird
duty, don't you?
reception is so much fun. I started doing that in third year, and I just want to say really quickly that is just such a good decision I made, and it's just so much fun. You get to say hi to everyone, and yeah,
Making
you
some
get
nice
to
money.
Yeah, well, I didn't really think about the money, but that's a
I would.
bonus.
I would. 100% would.
But I only really got the job there because I just wanted to be on the reception because it looked fun.
That's a very you thing to do. That's a very you thing to do, for sure.
And yeah, I go back every now and again just to say
Yeah,
hi.
because you were there the other day, weren't you?
Literally yesterday.
Was that your last shift?
Yeah.
Yeah, last. Damn, that's crazy.
Well, for now, like the way it works is like you just like pick them up if they're free. So
Yeah.
who knows? I might be back.
Who knows? Yeah.
Bird College can't get rid of me.
No, can't get rid of Tammy T.
No.
We can go on to the middle section. So you were saying about acro. Do you want to expand
Acro,
onto that
yes. So the only thing I think, like my whole time at Bird was so great. I don't think I would change a thing. But
one? That's good.
acro, I would say is a big thing because I'm so lucky that I had experience with acro before I came. So I'm more confident to go to open acro gym sessions and give stuff a go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And try out new tricks and work on the tricks I've already got. Whereas people that maybe are not as much experienced with acro,
Yeah, such as our cameraman over here, who is interested.
I am very.
you're very interested, but like, for example, I talked to my friends about it, and they're like, "Yeah, but I can't even do a cartwheel." I'm like, "But that's the whole reason
Yeah,
why
to go,
you
to go and learn.
to get
100%.
better
So
at
what would
it.
be good? What would be good? What would be
It would be
the
really
solution?
good if we did have like a pro person to come in and teach us.
Or even one of the
acro.
current teachers who knows how to do gymnastics.
Yes.
Nudge, nudge, hint, you know who you are.
Yes.
But then that would be really cool, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, there is a gym really close by.
Yeah, they're half an hour away, isn't it?
where Bird is.
Yeah.
And like you can go there, but this is what I'm saying. Like that's just like open class. Like, I don't know if everyone would be like confident enough to just go to the open class. So if it was joined in with Bird training and like you could.
Is there any elements of the Bird course that have an acro side? Like, is there ever a term, like a one-off, like?
No.
Okay, so here's the thing.
We never really. Well, we could always just like practice
Yeah,
ourselves.
but is there ever like a module where you kind of go through it?
No.
No. So Erdang, second years, term 2, have an acro module.
Yeah,
A little
like
bit of competition there.
yeah, and I think performers had an acro thing as well. They have a
Yeah.
gymnasium.
So
But that's one
Ponzi as
thing-
well.
Class.
Yeah.
They do it's called Tricks class with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Bird College, if you're listening to this, which I would love it if you were, please
Yeah.
subscribe.
It's
It's a
not,
good thing to consider.
Yeah, but we're not saying anything bad
No,
about
not at
birding.
all. It's a good thing to
I don't think
consider,
it's like necessarily like bad, but I just think it would be really good in the
Beneficial,
future
for
to
sure.
add it in.
Yeah, but also what's good is loads of students know how to do
Yeah.
things and so can transfer skills.
Because they're always in auditions, they're always like, okay, counterfeit and do your tricks if you can. But don't do it if you've never done it before, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, it doesn't make or break. Like, if you do a trick, it doesn't mean that you're going to get it over someone else. Like,
But
not
tricks are like
necessarily.
useful, they're good.
But
especially for shows like
let's
Newsies.
say they really liked you, and then you do a trick.
It
even
adds.
better.
It adds. So actually, I have a little segment to do now. This is you can add to it, but here's my personal review because there are 2 gym clubs that you can go to. You've got the one in Crawford, which is half an hour away, and then
Crayford.
but one in Crayford, and then one in Beckton. Now the one in Beckton is East London Gymnastic Club, which I have now
How
been
far
to.
away is that?
Here we go. So here's the review.
Okay.
Crayford is an 8-minute train and a 20-minute walk. You can probably speed up the walk if you're quicker. East London took me about an hour and a quarter to get to.
Okay.
Trains were cancelled, so I took a bus, took the 51. But it took me so long, and you basically got to get a bus to Woolwich, Elizabeth line into London, and then change onto the Elizabeth line like this, and then District, DLR, whatever it is, up like that. So you kind of go back on yourself. It's a big journey, and actually, Crayford is bigger than East London Gymnastics Club. Yeah, so in Crayford we've got those 2 big floors and stuff. It's there's a bigger size. You only actually have one at East London. So
okay.
for
So
Bird
Crayford
students,
for the win.
yeah, for Bird students, if you're interested in going, Crayford is nearby. Another bonus, an ex-Bird student runs the adult sessions.
Gymnastics, yeah.
And so that's really
He's
cool. And
gymnastics
so
coach and in the industry.
yeah, so he teaches
Ben
you.
Tanner just did West End. Like he's in the industry right now, and it's so cool having training from him because it's like
He can teach you in the context of musical theatre, these tricks.
Exactly.
So the stuff that he's shown me.
He knows how to help.
Yep.
So yeah.
So that's also really useful. And then quite a few Bird students do go there. I know people like East London. I do go and will be going more, but that's just because I have friends from Central London who go to that one, and so it's nice to network. And so I guess if you want to meet people outside of Bird, East London's a good one to go to because you're going to meet other people from different drama schools who trying to do acro, and it's a good way to network. But Crayford, if you are a beginner, is such a nice place. Very friendly. Run by a lovely guy, and it's big, it's good size. So Crayford for the win on this one, I have to say. It's a nice one to go to. It's a friendly environment.
Hopefully they'll be starting up classes that are like specifically to Bird students as well.
So fingers crossed for those who want to get into acro.
There's like acro for dancers, and it's normally posted like on the Facebook page and stuff.
Yeah.
And it should be coming back soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
And like it's for like dancers, so he like teaches you how to put that acro into the dance.
Yeah. If
So
you want,
that's very good.
yeah, if you want to see Ben, who runs the session, on the podcast, let me know because I might be able to make it happen. So if it's something that people are interested in, I can say that people are interested in it and see if he will actually come on, because that would be an awesome guest and someone I can relate to a lot, being an ex-gymnast like him. Obviously he's trained out double the amount of time I did. But yeah, he's very cool. He'll be a very interesting guest to get on. A fun fact about this gym is actually the middle, they've got these blue mats, which is the exact, I called it like play width of Drury Lane main stage.
Yeah.
So you can practice your tricks or your dance pieces or whatever you want on these blue mats, and that's like the same width as these West End stage, which is really useful, especially if you're wanting to tumble. You kind of know how much.
And there's
wiggle room you
dance
have.
studios there as well.
And there are, yeah, or
So
boxing.
that's why it needs to cross
as
over
well.
with Bird.
Yeah.
That gym.
So I think it'll be really good, and it's not too far away
So
as
good.
well.
It'll be so awesome.
Yeah.
Super-tastic.
Okay, I think the last diploma question I'm going to ask you is just general advice for people looking at diplomas. Why should they pick, firstly, Bird, and why is a little bit more on why is the diploma a good one to go to?
Diploma is a good one to go to because I want to say, like, it was such hard work. Don't get me wrong. It was so hard to get it done. It was like, I probably ended up doing more than, how much words is a dissertation? 10,000? Is it 10,000 words?
not sure.
I don't know.
Might be. You don't have to. You don't have
It's
to.
a lot of
You don't
words.
have to write for your dissertation though. You can do half.
Yeah,
hour
you
piece.
could do half and half. But, like, it's, like, I did probably about, like, that many words in my diploma folder, which is, like, the equivalent to the big thing that you have to do
Yeah.
in third year. And I also had to do a presentation in third year and an essay. And one thing I would say about the portfolio is that our folder is that it was really helpful to actually what we needed in the industry. Like, it was, I'll give you an example of what we had to do. So we had to write a agent letter, like, what's it called? Like a draft letter to an agent, to a casting director, and, like, we needed to do that anyway. Like, that was part of, like, what we need to do anyway, but we had to put that into what we got marked on. So most of what was in the folder, we could just, like, do, like, easy, because it was just, like, what we needed to do. And another thing we had to do is, you know, when you go to the theatre and you see the programmes,
Yes.
and you see, like, the headshot and then, like,
Programme
where
notes.
they trained.
Yeah.
We had to, like, just write one of those and, like, put, like, pictures, and, like, the folder was more like presentation. Like, you had to do, obviously, like, the academics, and we had to, like, write about tax as well, which was just kind of, like,
But
bit
the useful life
confusing,
skills though.
but useful.
Yeah,
It was
sure.
very useful, and, like, if I ever have any questions, like, I just go and look back at my folder, and I've done research on it.
Yeah. So
So
these
it's,
are all
like,
really good.
so good. Whereas the dissertation still very beneficial. Like, you're gonna do so much work on it, and you're gonna have so much fun, because if you do, like, practical side, it's still great. But diploma, like, you're actually doing what you need for, like, to know about in the industry. It's
Yeah.
like learning about what's in the industry, which what I really liked, really. And yeah. So what's another thing? What did you say?
Advice for people looking at diplomas.
Advice: just have fun, and yeah, just have a good time, because that's all that matters.
Yeah, you need to
And
enjoy.
don't let anyone dull your sparkle. I wish I realised that sooner, okay? Because sometimes you're gonna have bad days, and
Yeah.
like, people are gonna tear you down, and it's just like, you just need to learn how to block them out, and don't let them dull your sparkle.
You definitely haven't let that happen at the moment, at least. You
Well, I definitely
have the strongest
did.
sparkle.
Yeah, I did. I was like, this is what I mean. I wish I realised it sooner, because it did let them bring me down. But then I learned not to.
And that's an important skill.
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
important skill.
You can't care about what people think.
Yeah, and I think the whole caring about what people think links into our next topic, which is also what we're doing here, which is creating content. Creating things for
Creating
people
content.
to watch and listen to. You have a YouTube channel.
Yes, I do.
You have been posting vlogs at Bird very consistently throughout your 3 years,
Yes.
which I have the utmost respect for, because I know how challenging, I know how much of a grind it can be, especially this is a grind. And so I can only imagine that every day for the 3 years, kind of always thinking about filming stuff, it's very impressive. So well done, firstly, for doing that. And you've nearly posted your last Bird vlog. Is that
Oh
coming
yeah,
soon?
I still need to get edited.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Editing takes a while.
graduation vlog will be up soon.
Will be coming soon. So what I'm really interested in knowing is what originally inspired you to create vlogs? What kind of got you into YouTube? What made you have the passion? Because you can't just do what you've done if all you wanted was fame and success and views, because it's hard work and you're not always going to see the benefits. So you have to have a different type of drive or mindset or goal to do it.
Yes, exactly. So do you want me to talk about how I started YouTube?
So how you started YouTube and what your drive has been. What has been the thing that has encouraged you to keep with it, depending on whether episodes did well, if episodes didn't do well?
Yeah, I didn't care about that.
And why was that?
Well, because I just wanted to post them for the memories.
There we go. So that's such an important factor.
Yeah, like I
Such
just
an
love
important
looking back on them, and I'm like, oh wait, what did I do that week? I have a vlog on it.
Yeah.
Let's go watch it.
So you're kind of doing it for yourself. You're not doing it
Yes.
for others. Whereas I'd say kind of this, as much as it is for myself, we're trying to provide that value for others to, but you're doing it for your memories. You were
for
doing
them.
it for, and you still are doing it, aren't you?
Yes.
Which is very impressive.
Yep.
How
I started my YouTube before I came to Bird, and I just started doing like tutorials and stuff, and I taught everything that I know. Literally, I taught every trick I could ever do, and then until I run out of tricks. And because it was like lockdown, so there was nothing else to do. So I was like, oh, let's do YouTube tutorials.
But here's the thing, I think it's a mindset thing, and it really shows a lot about a person when we're in a situation like lockdown, what you choose to do. Some people chose to create and kind of engage, and lots of people, and I fell into this trap, but a lot of people just chose to consume. So all that content you're putting out there, other people were then watching it.
I did not realise that.
Yeah.
I didn't know people would watch that.
A lot of people. So when we did a little story, we did a recording last week. The audio didn't capture properly.
Oh yeah, so this
is our second time shooting
this. Is actually round 2 of us trying.
And we're in a new location as well. But last week, one of the girls in the flat that I was borrowing to do the recording for had watched nearly all of your vlogs over your time at Bird, because she's an international student and she just wanted to get to know where am I going?
Like?
What are the people there like? And you're an amazing resource for people who are interested in coming to a place. And I think
that's so crazy.
Lewis and the creative team who kind of like run Bird must be very appreciative of that, because you're giving it such a nice insight into what training is like there.
Yeah, well, they're in my vlogs a lot.
Yeah,
if you watch back the vlogs, you can see like Lewis and all the teachers in it a lot.
You're a good advertiser.
Especially my last ones that are coming up. I got some people in the vlogs that like normally never get in the vlogs.
I'm very excited to watch the next ones coming up. I've seen some of them. I'm not like, obviously I'm not an international student, and I just watch videos here and there. There's another girl I think created some. She's called Me. She's in second year. She created some YouTube stuff.
Oh, cool.
I saw some of her.
Yeah,
things.
loads of people do it. I feel like loads of people, like when I was coming to Bird, there was no vlogs, like really, at all. And now I found after like that I've left now, I see vlogs all the time.
Yeah.
So.
Were you a pioneer, do you think?
What does that mean?
Pioneer, Tamiti. So it's basically someone who's started like a trend.
I don't know if I started it, but like I just
one of the original.
I've noticed that I've seen a lot more recently of like people starting vlogs, especially on TikTok.
Oh, TikTok is such a big thing.
I keep seeing all these vlogs of like people going to bed, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud.
Here's the thing with my issue.
I try and comment on all of them because I'm like, oh my gosh, have the best time.
Yeah, no, TikTok is a great place. However, the thing is, YouTube vlogs and YouTube videos take so long to put together. Whereas TikTok is like you just record it on your phone. It's so easy.
I love TikTok.
And then you get like 50k views because like everyone just scrolls through.
Yeah.
I need to do some more stuff for TikTok with this account.
I love TikTok.
I don't do it enough.
TikTok is so great. It's so great. And it's so crazy how you can get like overnight you can get so many.
Yeah, TikTok it's so broken, but it's kind of sad because when you think of it's just people spending hours and hours and hours
so fun
just scrolling and consuming.
You can do dances, you can do vlogs, you can do everything.
I like the creative side of TikTok, but I hate it So I have Instagram Reels that kind of act the same. I hate it when I get caught.
Because TikTok, the time just goes away.
So true. So true. Very wise of you.
Yeah.
Very wise of you, actually. Yeah. What was your favourite vlog that you made?
My favourite vlog?
Yeah. One that really stands out to you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to find your channel quickly, but you keep thinking.
I think it has to be like show weeks. It's either Sweet Charity Show Week or second year. It's probably second year show. Second year summer show was amazing. The sun was out. We were walking on sunshine. We were dancing. It was so sunny. It was just like so many good, happy, like memories and feelings, really. And that was probably my favourite vlogs because I did like part 1 and part 2 of summer show.
Yeah, and your vlogs have actually done well. So you posted 300 videos.
Have I?
Yes.
That is a lot.
Exactly. You've just hit 300 videos posted, which is so many.
That's another one of my other favourite vlogs that I love. Bringing back Tashi T for this one.
Okay.
Every time I hit a 100.
Oh, a milestone, yes. And I watched your 700. So you're on 770.
Oh my gosh, crazy.
Yeah.
But we would do like subscriber special, and then what I would do is I would go around like the whole of Bird and just be like, go up to people, just like everyone, and be like, say happy 700, say happy 600.
Yes, I watched that. People got very into it. People, clearly us performing arts students just love being on camera.
So
and if you're...
that's probably one of my favourite vlogs actually, because it's like I just went around and tried to get everyone to say like happy 700. And also another, there's too many to choose from, but also Vlogmas. Vlogmas is so cool because like you can do it every day of December.
Yeah, which is awesome, and also that constant content that you're putting out there is really useful for growing. You started 3 years ago. Your first video was called My First YouTube Intro, and and then you go on to creating how-tos, so front walkovers, tilts, bridges, leg holds.
I literally taught everyone every skill I could do ever.
And then 6 episodes in, you start to see some success, because how to rolling Tanis... How do I say that? Taniska. 10,000...
Rolling Tinska.
10,000 YouTube video.
It's quite a lot.
That's crazy. And actually in total, over the course of doing it, you're on 130k total views, which is very impressive. From long form videos as well. That's something to be proud of for sure.
That's so cool.
You don't know how many people would have watched those and decided, oh, nice, I'm going to go to Bird because of that. Quite a few, I'd say. I'd say a few. So well done, Tammy T.
It is.
Especially Lewis should be proud.
Crazy.
Is it hashtag proud?
Hashtag proud.
I'm still learning all of the slang. But, I mean, that is incredible. And then most recently, you've been putting out Tamzin Slater's dance reel was from yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I posted that yesterday.
Yeah. Where did the See You Slater come from? Because you have tell me about that and where did it from?
See You Slater was... I was in second year and I was like, I need a new way to end my vlogs. And then I was talking to my friend Chris.
Yeah.
And Janelle, Zanny Z, and Chrissy Wee. And they like, you should say See You Slater.
Definitely should.
So they kind of gave me the idea. So it's all thanks to them, really.
Well done them, guys.
But also, like, what I didn't realise as well was that because like my dad is one of like my biggest supporters as well.
That's really nice.
He always watches my vlogs.
That's so nice.
So yeah, I'll probably send him this video. So hi, Dad, if you're watching. But he also, what was his thing? My dad.
Yeah, watches all your vlogs, biggest supporter.
What did I say before that?
See You Slater, where it came from.
Yeah. So, sorry.
That's no problem.
So what I didn't realise is that I started saying it and then my dad was like, yeah, I used to say that all the time.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Because people used to say See You Slater to my dad all the time when he was younger. Do you know what I mean? So
that's so nice. That's kind of come around like that.
Yeah, because like our last name is Slater and Tamzin Slater. So instead of See You Later, it's Slater.
Yeah, which is pretty epic. I've actually got a little bit of advice that I think you should add. So if you look at your channel, when I click on this is your homepage.
Okay.
So if I click on to Tamzin.
Look at this, guys.
I don't know how well. Do you think that can be seen?
Subscribe.
Do you want me to hold it?
You want to, you don't have to.
This is a Tammy T. How does that look? Yeah? So,
But yeah, you don't have to.
what you can do for your
but yeah.
channel on a computer, you can go into customize, and you can have a video. Very first thing people see when they click on. So you could choose a reel.
Like my trailer.
Could be a trailer, but you could use your dance reel. So if people come into your channel to have a look at like some of the content, you could put your vocal reel. So if we go on to
My
subscriptions,
vocal reel is so bad.
go on to Movement Theories, the channel. If I go on to let me find it. It might be because it's on computer. One second.
On the computer. I think I know what you're talking about.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Let me get it up
I think I know what
quickly.
you're talking about.
Let me.
When it like comes up.
Yeah, but it'll be really good because then it means that people can kind of come on and see your very first video, or whatever one you choose. And I think you'd definitely consider doing that. I think that'd be epic.
You need to teach me how to do that.
Yeah, I can. Here we go. So then they can see in big, and then it starts playing it just like this. So for the Movement Theories, make sure you are subscribed.
Cool.
We've only done 27 videos, and most of those are short form content.
This is what you're on right now.
So when you're watching, this will be Tamzin's video at the top, because I send people to my homepage, and then they can see the video that I've just posted straight away, instead of having to like go on and tabs to find it.
Oh, cool.
So I think that's definitely something you should consider doing, because it makes a big difference. Big difference.
Yeah, that's so cool.
But we're on subscribers currently. We want to get to 100 by...
Yeah, and then you could do a 100 subscriber special and go around bed and continue my legacy.
I don't know if I'd do that because this is a podcast, but it's a nice idea. Maybe for Instagram.
You should get a mini microphone like I did and do little interviews around birds.
I don't know if I'm as brave as you. I don't know. I don't the same energy that Tamzin Slater brings.
You can.
I'll consider it. We want to get to 100 before the end of the year. I think that's possible.
Yeah.
We've got to push it. Word of
We've
mouth.
got 200 in our year.
Oh, exactly. Get our year all subscribed. What's going on?
You need to post it in the Facebook page.
I don't like doing things like that, but maybe the Tamzin Slater
Okay,
episode.
I'll do it then.
Yeah, I'll give it to you and you can post it.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know loads of people because you've been there for 3 years. So if you can get all of them to come watch, and then if a small portion of those stay subscribed, that would be brilliant. That'd be awesome. Do comment what you'd like to see, what type of content you'd like to see, because I'm up for making anything as long as it's kind of performing arts kind of based, theatre, dance, acting, as Tamzin's doing now, kind of all of that. So yeah, do let us know, and when we can start doing some episodes focused around that. But this has been Tamzin Slater.
Wait, no, this is the end.
Is there anything else you wanted to say?
No, this is so sad.
I know.
I've had so much fun.
I'm glad. Yeah, no, I thought I'd wrap up. How does that make you feel, Tamzin?
Well, I just want to say to everyone out there that just have the best time ever. Okay?
Wise.
You got this.
You got this.
Never give up.
You've got this.
Reach
You
for the
do.
stars.
You've got this.
You.
Yeah. All right.
And yeah, just like #proud and never let anyone doze buckle. Akuna Matata.
This has been the Movement Theories
no
podcast.
worries.
It means no worries.
Can we say it at the same time?
This has been the Movement Theories podcast. See you later. Bye.
Bye.